Oh, hey, TGG. How you guys doing? I'm so happy that one play happened. When the mustache man went back to pass, and I think it was a running back released quietly out of the backfield, and he just threw, but he threw it a little bit too high. Or maybe it was right to him. But anyway, the guy bobbled it, tapped it up in the air once, then tapped it in the air twice, then tapped it in the air a third time, and then it went away from his body. He sort of just tapped it back to himself and then embraced the ball. And in all the years of watching football, have you ever seen a guy be able to tap the ball that many times without getting crushed? And then, have you ever seen a guy tap the ball that much and then turn up field and nobody's there? And then it hit me that the scheme of this defense, who's ever in charge, because we haven't really gotten the answer how this defense, came to be. We have a defensive coordinator in Mr. Salah. We have Mr. Ulbrich, and it's always sweet when people say, we think along the same lines. Yes, but your defense aren't. Who put this together? Who approved it? Who thought it was a good idea? And is it possible that you're using a scheme that worked, as Rex Ryan pointed out, not me, as Rex Ryan pointed out, and I'm not the biggest gigantic, I like Rex, but I'm not the gigantic Rex fan, that Rex Ryan pointed out, the San Francisco defense had that 1 year, right? Is this defense all designed because of that 1 year? You had 4 guys on the defensive line that were like Pro Bowl and 3 insane linebackers. They were unbelievable. And that because of that, 70-80% of the teams in the NFL could never run that defense because they don't have that kind of talent. And teams that really don't have the talent, us, would get eaten up and chewed out and spit out and everything else. Because as I watched that play unfold, it happened so slowly, and I just couldn't believe that not a jet was entering my large screen television. It's not a little like, it's big, So when the camera's on this guy, there's a lot of room in the TV, and it's all green. It's all artificial turf. There's no players. Bop, bop. And I'm thinking to myself, this can't just be somebody out of position. These are 7 effing guys that are behind your front 4 that are out of position right now, that are not reacting to a play. So my point is, what am I watching here? I want to get into the fact that Joe Douglas brought in a kicker, finally. That was a disgrace. So Joe continues to piss all over that position. I wanted to go into that. I want to go into the fact that I watch Zach Wilson every game for 2019, every game for 2020, not live, the tapes, they're out there. Go to YouTube. You can watch every single game he's played. And he never looked like the quarterback he is right now. Because the quarterback he is right now, he looks like he's on amphetamines, some kind of speed. He's insane. Where the quarterback I saw last year at BYU and the year before but mostly last year too, was this calm, under control, with a touch that was insane how beautiful it was. Little floaters that would float over the defensive back, over the receiver, and into the receiver's arms. And what I'm watching now is this goose gossage, like, 100-mile-an-hour fastballs that are breaking the radar gun. And I see no correction from him. None. Every week, it's the same crap. The guy needs a major injection of Valium before he goes out there. Something needs to calm him down. Because being off for 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it was, didn't. But again, here I go. I don't want to talk about Joe Douglas. I wanted to talk about Zach, but I can't because I need to talk about the defense. What am I watching, guys? Help me. Put it in the comments and tell me, what scheme is this? Is this something brand spanking new? What scheme am I watching? When a guy gets a handoff, goes between right tackle and guard, and a hole's created, and a linebacker takes maybe a wrong position, and then there's nobody there. What am I watching? How can I make a video? How can I make a video? I can sit there and look at the offense, and we can break down the offense and some of the offensive plays, some of his decisions, some of the times where he could have checked down, some of the times where he had plenty of time and still fired a ball like he was ready to be sacked. There's plenty of things. The defense, which lacks talent in the back seven so badly. Guidry was one of the worst games I've ever seen a guy play. He was horrible. And that's sad because he's one of the guys I really like. But am I really being fair the way I'm judging him? What kind of scheme am I watching here? That's the problem with the NFL. When you get the Houston Texans thrown in between, everybody, you start doing the math, and your head gets foggy because you know what you saw last week on the defense, then you see this week, and then, now you got the Saints coming the following week, and everybody gets confused. And that's why I made the tape last week, and I said, guys, 2019, don't be fooled by what you're seeing this year. Because the schedule gets easier. Now, I didn't know they would perform like this. And I know, I'm sure. How many threads right now are on TGG right now saying the refs cost us the game? I agree, guys. They sucked. They were friggin' horrible. That fourth down call that they overturned on the rush by the quarterback. There's no way you could say with certainty that he made it. There's no way. There's no way you can. It was a horrible call. It was one of the worst calls I've ever seen because the rule states with certainty, you can't say with certainty that he made it. That's why that's rarely ever challenged. You can when a guy's going over the goal line or a first down marker's right there, but on a play where the quarterback sneak and you're talking about the difference. You saw where the ball was marked. They missed by this much. So in other words, you're saying, oh, you went that much? It was ridiculous. And with that angle of the camera, which is like on a 20-degree angle, it was anyway. See, I keep doing it. Because that's what they do to you. You got to stick with the defense. You got to look at the defense. And somebody's got to explain to me, what am I watching here every week? I don't care right now about Zach Wilson and the offense. I know people are going to be like, whoa. This is what it's all about. I know. That's where I was. But the problem is that you've got a lot of draft picks this year. This is it, man. This is Joe's chance. He either gets it right in this draft and we pick the players we really, truly need for the positions we really, truly need, or we are FUCKED'd big time. He's got to get this one mostly right. Not perfect, mostly right. Does every player need to be a Pro Bowler? No, but the positions that he chases have to be solid NFL players. But what are we... You got a guy like Quincy Williams, right? He makes 15 tackles last week. This week, he's banging people. And you see the mistakes he makes. The misses are so... He's another guy. So revved up. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm watching because the scheme, the design of this defense is pathetic. It's pathetic to allow guys to come out of the backfield so wide open every week. I could see it happening for a half and you make an adjustment, you come back out and it gets a little bit better. It's every week. And then sometimes at halftime it does get a little bit better. But then the next week it starts all over again. It's Groundhog Day. It never ends. So I don't know what I'm watching. For the first time in my life, I can honestly say I can't make an honest assessment of what I'm watching. That's how effed up it is. If there are no players on the defense on my damn TV screen, 30% of the times when a guy makes a catch, what am I judging? I don't know. So the Jets play the Saints next week. I wonder if Saleh's honest enough with himself when he sits down at the end of this year and makes the right changes, because there needs to be changes. There needs to be changes. I don't care how bad the talent is. I don't care how bad it is. As far as scheme, there have been zero adjustments. None. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for having me, TG&J. It's like a broken damn record. What do I do tomorrow? Make a video apologizing? Saying, yeah, come on, they got a lot of draft picks this year. I'm afraid they really don't know who they're going to draft. Because I'm afraid maybe the last 3 games we'll play we'll average giving up 10 points a game. And they'll be, defense is okay. It's not okay. But I think a lot of it is scheme. And that worries me when you hire a defensive coordinator as your head coach. Oh, here's my mic. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. God bless, and keep the faith.